If you were to become a consultant today, where could you imagine yourself being in the next year? Say you became a consultant and even you had a small amount of your business go great, or maybe it was really big and your business just took off. What could you imagine your life to be 1 year from now? What could you imagine that to be? And let her talk. Let her just kind of think about that and share with you what that is. And make notes on that. Okay? Then the next question is, so on the converse part of that, if you were not to be a consultant, where would you imagine yourself being a year from today? Now that is the big thinker, because most likely she'd be like, well, actually there'd be no effect on my life because nothing would change. I wouldn't be doing anything differently. Bingo. So reality is, what would someone have to lose to just give Mary Kay a try? With our 90% buyback guarantee, the $100 starter kit is actually a $10 decision. Mary Kay does take all the risk on getting started, and we help you go through all the steps. So if you don't start Mary Kay, that's true, probably nothing will change at all in your life. But imagine if you did start Mary Kay today, what could happen in your life and where it could be a year from now. Wow, look at all the things that you just mentioned to me. Things that you'd love to have for your family, the things that you could do for your kids, even maybe not have to do your full-time job anymore and have more time with your family and your kids. That's huge. That's huge. And it's a $10 decision just to give it a try and see if that might be in your future in a year from now. That's pretty powerful. All right. So if you were to become a consultant today, what would be the two most important reasons for you to do that? What would be the two biggest things for you, the two biggest hits? And let her answer that. Okay? Now, from here, this is really the closing question. It does sound like you would be an excellent consultant because of some of the things that you've said. You've shared with me how it would be so important with you, for your family, the things that you value, how it would make such an impact in your life from an income standpoint. There's some real solid things here that you would make an excellent consultant, but this would be an awesome opportunity for you and your family. Is there any reason why we couldn't get you started today? That's your closing question. Okay, so if she says yes, then pull out your computer, go ahead and get her signed up. If she says no, thank her for her time. Say, oh my gosh, I just so appreciate being able to share this with you, because honestly, we don't do any advertising, and unless you study our company, you wouldn't learn any of these things about us. And I've always found that my customers who've learned more about our business, they love our company even more because of the heart and mission of what our company is all about. So I really appreciate that about you. And of course, now you know so much more that, like I said in the very beginning, you are a sharp lady. I know that you know sharp women. Birds of a feather flock together. And even if it's not for you, if any of your sharp friends, people that you know, are looking for something more, maybe even need a part-time job, I would really appreciate the referral. If she's on the fence, that's totally fine. So here's what you're going to do. She says, I'm really interested. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to think. Oh, I got to give this some more thought. Let me think about this. This is actually really a pretty easy one because you don't want her to feel pressured. It is really her decision. It is. And so what you want to let her know is, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you the pink dream test. And I know this sounds really crazy, but after we've talked, I've shared a little bit more, a bit more about us and what we have to offer and what we can do for you, how it could change your life, potentially change your life even from a year from today. So my pink dream test is that in the next 24 hours, if you cannot get out of your mind and be in the current moment of wherever you're at, you're thinking like, oh my gosh, thinking about what Colleen said about this and thinking about what Colleen said about that. And then when you go to bed, you're still thinking about it. and maybe the white sheep that you count jumping over the fence have turned pink. That's the pink test. If you're even seeing pink sheep as you are counting sheep going over the fence, and no thoughts are actually keeping you up, then that means it might be something that you should just give a try to. Because I would love to work with you. I think you'd be absolutely awesome. I would really love to work with you. But if you don't even give it a second thought, if after us having coffee here together here today, you don't even think about it one more time, then it probably is not. Honestly, it's probably not. But do give it the pink test. Do give it the pink test. But one of the things I absolutely want to tell you, Jessica, is that if this is something that you are really, really excited about, and you do need to give some thought, I just want to let you know that something that is so true, it happens to all of our consultants, and it's kind of like what we call a little bit of devil of doubt, but it's not the devil of doubt that sits on your shoulder. It's a little devil of doubt that you will encounter with other people. For example, in the next 24 to 48 hours, as you are thinking about this over this evening, and you happen to reach out to someone and you say, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I am so excited about this potential opportunity. I am so excited about what it could do for me and my family. There is a high chance that the person you are talking to is a negative Nelly. There's a really high chance that she could be a negative Nelly. And she might say, oh, Jessica, come on, don't do that. What are you thinking about? Oh, I had a friend who did that years ago and she didn't do anything with it. I am just telling you this because that's exactly what happened to me. And what I learned is that everyone's feedback, thank you for your feedback. I appreciate your input. But you know what? Your dreams and what you want to achieve for your family, that's you. That's you. And that's stronger than anything else someone can have, even any sort of doubt that they can put in your mind. So I just want to let you know that's very, very typical and very, very normal. So just promise me you'll just give this some thought as to what it really means to you, what it really means to your family, and what it could truly do for you, because I think you could do amazing things in this business. That's the interview. So I would highly recommend that you pull the sheet off of our website. It's very, very self-explanatory, really easy to walk through. Honestly, you could do a sharing appointment in 20 minutes. Most likely it'll be 30 minutes. Honestly, anything outside of that is really because she wants to talk and she wants to share more about herself, and because our objective is to be the best listener that we can be. That's great. That's excellent. So I hope that helped a ton. That portion at the end is going to be really helpful for that person who does just hop on the phone. She's really excited and she's going to want to start talking to people in her life that she's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell you about this. And I know the truth is there are a lot of negative Nellies out there. I heard this, heard that, whatever. And you know what? You want to just nip it in the bud right from the get-go and let her know that's going to happen. It happened to me, happens to all of my other successful Mary Kay girlfriends. It's just a given. Okay. And of